I genuinely thought that by 44 I would have it figured out. I've never known what I've wanted to do throughout my childhood or my teenage years, except that I wanted to do everything, often all at once. I had no clear goals, but I assumed that by the time I got to this stage, I would have. As I reached 40, my life felt like it was on track. I'd gone back to work after raising 5 children. I was focusing on a career I thought I wanted. Something normal, expected of me. I finally felt like I knew the direction that I was going in. That was only 4 years ago, and now I'm sitting here wondering what I'm doing. But I'm starting to realise that's okay, to not have it all figured out. We absorb these invisible timelines as we age. They're ingrained into us from when we're small. In our 20s, we have an identity formed and we know who we are. In our 30s, that's the time to get a career, have a family, start making your life whole. Then in our 40s, we're meant to have all of that established. And then suddenly you wake up in midlife and wonder why you are not the person that you thought you'd become. I'm supposed to be someone who has it all together. As a mum, I'm relied upon to have it all together. And that feels strange, to externally be seen as somebody who is so different from what I'm feeling inside. And I guess something that I need to learn is that that's okay to feel like that. For a long time, I thought that uncertainty meant I was doing something wrong. In my last video, I talked about the mistakes I made before making a change. And one of those was believing that I had to have a concrete plan before taking the first step. Something solid that I could show to people to prove that I was worthy of walking that path. But not knowing isn't a failure. Sometimes it just means that you're creating a new way. Having no plan doesn't mean that you don't have a direction. You may not know exactly what your life will look like in 5 years, but you can know that you don't want to keep living like this, that you just want to create, that you want to write, that you want to build something, that you want more freedom, and that you want to see what you're capable of. And that's enough to take the first step. Starting again at 44 feels different. I'm not 21 anymore. I became a mum at 19, and from that very moment, I stopped thinking about myself. So starting again at this age hits very different. It comes with unique challenges, financial insecurities, responsibilities, regrets. But there's something else I have too, and that's experience. The things I've learned along the way by making mistakes. And I'm choosing to see that as an advantage. I'm not starting from scratch, I'm starting from experience. I'm trying to stop asking myself, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And instead ask myself, what do I want to explore next? That feels less scary. I guess the takeaway here is that you don't have to decide your whole future, you just have to decide what step you want to take next. We can experiment, we can make art, we can create, we can write, and then we can see what happens next. And if that doesn't work, you try something different, and then you take what you have learned and use that. If you're feeling lost, ask yourself these 3 questions. What don't I want anymore? Sometimes it's easier to identify what needs to change rather than what you do want. What am I curious about? Not what should I be doing, but what is pulling at you? And do that. What's the one thing I can do this month? Not forever, not a career change, just one thing that you can experiment with this month. I don't know where this is going to lead. I don't know whether I can build the creative life that I've been dreaming of. I don't know where this YouTube channel will be in a year from now. And honestly, I have no idea what my life is going to look like in the future. But for the first time, I don't think I need to know. I just need to keep taking the next step. If you're watching this and you're in your 40s, 50s or beyond, and you feel like you haven't got it all figured out yet, I'm here to tell you haven't failed. You just haven't finished figuring it out yet. You just need to take the first step.